in this world, this civilization controlled, described, drawn, explained, and mathematically verified with formulas and equations. Has given up freedom for slavery in the technological world Ted Kaczynski called the process within the system achieving their goals now. Their work gets done with eye contact, posture, domination from physical stamina and strength, war records, receipts from bank statements, credit cards with infinite algorithm potential, Bitcoin bank accounts on the World Wide Web now. In small amounts of sustainability, dignity, and almost no honor, worth the sacrifice of integrity. Not receiving liberty, not receiving justice, not receiving a body and a brain, but being told the mind, the mental, and the capacity to live peacefully have to do with fluorescent, left, dreams and therapy, emotions and language, timing and speed, accuracy and sleep. Now, humans are now animals. People, folks, they're protesters and rioters. They're the willing. And they are the next best philosophy now. You can call Karl Marx 1,000 different words. You can say Hitler in 1,000 million, 100 trillion languages. You can say the moon, stars, and Earth's distance in a circle and returning safely and softly and gently to the ocean from a NASA spaceship. And people will buy the hat. They'll drive the Tesla to get charged at the new green object. Business and building are now considered unnecessary, and too distracting and too confusing. Similar to change and revolution, medicine and colleges and universities from the east to the west and the south and everywhere else in the north up to Canada decided probably before I was born in some cult room or basement floor where they were bowing and doing some ritual. The only option, the only decision to make was clear and obvious. Start, hand out stimulation, provide a reward, a free service, and then make a language only understandable to the masses, and make a patient go to a hospital for behavior, a tumor, a cancer, and provide paperwork and application material now. After I got finished with cancer treatment, I started studying quantum mechanics and solved my problem with film. And quickly and very fastly began to learn about stimulation, stimuli, reward, energy, matter, electrons, technology, engineering, and how the complexity of the system with the processes involved in the economics and the macro philosophy, ideology now, and spirituality, God, Buddha, Allah, Jesus, Krishna, the devil, Satan, the neighbor next door, the neighbor down the hall, the assaulter, the killer, the murderer, the drug addict, the heroin user, and the young in prison now. The failure has occurred and happened and been perpetuated and now dangerously and ruthlessly ignored. In a world with freedom, and more specifically now, in a small part on Earth, in a place maybe called Texas, stimulus, community, music, culture, families with babies and mothers with husbands, fathers who carry guns to protect the few who aren't allowed to bear arms now. My brain can no longer comprehend what my body and my mind chose from the beginning and the start of what I chose to learn and the goals I made to achieve the success and the motivation and the inspiration to keep me from depression and sadness in this horrible and disturbing life I live now. Behavior can never be contained. Part of what psychological cognition, the dissertation I've submitted, and language can never solve. Description provided by their words and their sounds. And gestures aren't the other way around, and eventually consciousness. But to speak and say and explain the processes with body, brain, and mind in the world now have penalties far worse than an upset stomach from a buffet in the 90s. And could lead a person to jump off a bridge, ingest bleach, and here in Seattle now, starving, from hunger, and so much misinformation and places to go for some free, some provided, and some benefits now. There's not enough calories provided by the rain and sunshine and soil to feed. The demand.